Hello, welcome back. Who said that this Premier League lark was going to be easy? Today it gets tougher. Welcome to Be a Legend. Welcome to episode 62 of To Be a Legend. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have two games in the Premier League, and as I said in the intro, things get tough, very tough, because having had our start, we're now having to face Liverpool and Manchester City in this episode, and if we can come away with a couple of points, then we'll have done well, I think, is what's going to happen. What's been happening on the transfer front since you've been with us? The transfer window is now shut, and the only change to what I think you saw on the earlier episode was we've got one going out. David Babatunde has gone to New Saints on loan, £775 total fee. So that is the only outgoing, nothing coming in. What's been happening since you were last with us? Well, you were last with us. Sheffield United 0-0 draw, Watford a 3-1 win. We had a 1-1 draw against Leicester, and well, what can I say with this one? We held them pretty much until the 3rd minute of injury time when Ramsden scored for Leicester. And we thought, there we go, there's our first defeat in the Premier League. But Ben Affrey was having none of it. 2 minutes later, pretty much with the last kick of the game, he equalised. And we ended up 1-1 in that. And as you'll see from the shots on target, probably didn't deserve it, albeit we did hold most of the possession. Anyway, that was how that ended up. The second round of the Carabao Cup, 3-2 win against Reading. This one was a bit up and down as well. We were 2 goals behind after 16 minutes. Had to really give the team a bit of a kick to get them going. Luke Thomas getting one back after 62. And Josh Blakesley getting the winner. Yes, sorry, we were actually, I tell a lie, that one at the top there. McIntyre scoring an own goal after 11 minutes. Then they brought it back to 2-1. Luke Thomas equalising after 62. And Blakesley winning it for us on 88 minutes, another late goal to give us a win and take us round to the next round, which is a game against Stoke in the next round at Stoke. So it comes up after these two games, but again, off camera, so we won't be picking up. But I think if we get to the 4th round and so on, we may well pick up with one of those just to break up the Premier League views a little bit. And then after that, we had a 3-1 win against Wolves. This was a rather excellent match. Silva getting Wolves in front after 18 minutes. Blakesley after 22. Montondo after 29. And Aaron Henry after 34, making it a comprehensive 3-1 win. And we went through the second half without scoring. As you'll see, they did come back into it a little bit. Give us a little bit of worry for a little while, but because we had 17 shots, 9 of which were on target, we managed to pull ourselves through that one and succeed to a 3-1 win, which leaves us 5th in the table, having played 4 games, 8 points. Chelsea running away with it at the minute, 5 straight wins, 15 points they are. Manchester United in second, 4 wins. They've got a game in hand over Chelsea, because Chelsea, I think, have played the early game here, beating Everton 1-0. So at the moment, if Man United win their game, and they are playing the late kickoff against Aston Villa at home, you'd expect them to win that. I think it's going to be possibly top of the table for them. Derby doing really well, having come up with us, of course. They are in 3rd. Manchester City, who will play 2nd game of this episode, are in 4th. Then ourselves in 5th. Liverpool currently down in 8th, 2 points behind us, but not to be written off in any manner, shape, or form. They've pulled out 3 draws at the moment, and one win against Wolves, the same as us, and that was a big 6-1 win on the opening day of the season. Since then, they've gone a bit crook, and it's inevitable that they may well get themselves straight today. Let's hope not. One thing that we have got to contend with, we have had a number of injuries. We've been in the transfer window, of course. Robbie McKenzie, he should be back, but he's been injured. Josh Blakesley, which is even more of annoying, a tight thigh, both of those in training. And Luke Thomas, who's been out with food poisoning. Let's see if we get any of those back right now, because this is the team that we're putting out against Liverpool. And this is the team that we are putting out against Liverpool for this one. Kovar in goal, Gomez, Froggatt, Burns and Lasala are backline. Carroll and Henry in midfield with Montondo. Flores and Afre are attacking force here. Pike up front with Sanchez, Kenlock, Jenks, Robson, Elleru, Blakesley and Gattesis on the bench. Luke Thomas still out there, and Josh Blakesley it could be that we need to bring him on if we're not getting our own way of bossing this game. We'll see how it pans out. That's the team then. Can we, in fact, I hadn't finished doing something which you didn't see, which would have been in that. I might have messed it up now. Have I messed it up? Let's go back. Can we go back a screen? Yes, we can. Sorry, hadn't done this defend duties. All right, Zach Pike on the right, Josh Blakesley. No, we're not going to change that because I have just changed those around because Blakesley isn't 100%. So really, it'd be silly. Don't want to damage him anymore. So he's on the bench. Pike up front, Afri on the right. Pretty much how we were last season, apart from with Flores and Montondo. Adding a bit of extra zoomph. Let's see how we get on with this one then. Oh, doing a bit of editing, so apologies for that. Jurgen Klopp still at Liverpool. Pump fists, the current Carabao Cup winners. I want you to pick up where you left off. Is the team talk, and here we are at the Valley. Nice to see Liverpool here. They're playing in a bluey colour by the looks of it. They have a throw in and Flores nicks the ball and we're on the attack. Through to Pike. And he carries on where he left off, really. It's his first goal of the season because he's been injured. 2 minutes in and we go one up against Liverpool. And that's pretty much how we've been playing. A lovely through ball and Pike. Acres of space, plenty of time. Put that one away. Might be a little bit early, but not having the possession. It's coming back a little bit now. And we have a throw in on this fight. So Lasala throws it in, but Alexander-Arnold heads it away. But Henry's going to tidy up to Carroll. Carroll back to Burns. Burns across to Froggatt. Froggatt to Montondo. To Henry. Nice build up here. Gentle. Froggatt. We will be careful when we lose the ball, though. Froggatt ends up forward. Pike heads it down for Flores, who gets us number 2. And so Zach Pike has a goal and an assist. And we are 2 up inside 11 or 12 minutes of this game. Who said it was tough? Lovely ball. Lovely shot. And Pike getting up above and heading that down. Never know that he's been missing. Gomez to Montondo. Montondo looking for Pike, but he's not there. They can build from the back now. Virgil. There's Van Dijk, of course. And we need to stop them from getting back into this game if we can. We need to block this, guys. Come on, tackle. Come on. Come on. This man's free out here. And Kovar. Well positioned. He's a good goalkeeper, that's for sure. Well needed in this Premier League here. And they've won the ball again and we can't. Odegaard getting round him and he's put that away. And there is the quality of the players from Liverpool. And really needed Gomez to get in there, get stuck in. Once Odegaard had rounded his defender, he had a shot, and Kovar, whether Kovar didn't see that initially, I don't know, but and they have a corner now. Odegaard with the corner. Van Dijk heads it over the top. As it currently stands, we're up to third. I'm not holding my breath too much. As I say, this is a tough expectation. Odegaard from the other side now on a corner, and that's headed over the top as well. Who was that heading it in? It was Rodrigo. Come on, boys. Nice to get, need to sort Odegaard out. He's causing us all sorts of problems. Drop to fourth now. Is that because Derby... I've just realised that this is a little bit out of sync here. That's because Derby have got one up against Leicester. Half-time comes and they've got back into the game. Early doors, we really had them. The 2 goals, they weren't really in it at all, but they have picked themselves back up, getting the equaliser. And we've managed to stay in front of them, but it's there or thereabouts. 4 shots, 2 on target, 0.55 XG against their 7 shots, 2 on target, 0.57. And half-time, it's evenly poised. 58% possession for them, 42% possession for us. Zach Pike picking up a yellow card, I notice, as well. Let's go through, talk to the team, see if we can buoy them up, and if we can have just a successful second half. Who knows what the result will be. And you come back for the second half as we kick off. Pike back to Carroll, and that's the end of that highlight. I hadn't realised that Fatty had actually... Right, we need to mark... Who are we marking? Sargent. I'll mark him and press him, I think. I hadn't realised Fatty has been injured. Who actually came on for him then? Don't know that we can tell from this. 9 minutes in, it's not actually showing it on here, and we didn't see. So anyway, moving on. Kovar to Froggatt, back to Kovar, Burns, Carroll, Henry, Montando, who comes forward. He's got that ball out to Afri, but Afri's got through. Can he get the ball in? He can. Pike. No, Montando. I think that's his second goal of the season, is it not? Yes, it is. And we go 3-1 up. Exactly what the doctor ordered. 56 minutes on the clock. And defender there, who is that? That's Mendes, who missed that ball. Afre, lovely ball in, looking for Pike. Pike ignored it, but Montando snapped in behind him and planted that in the back of the net. And we take that little bit of a lead again. Arsenal 1, Norwich 1. They've changed around a little bit, trying to get back into this game. They have a throw in. Mendes on that far side. Afri's got his head to it, but he's headed it nowhere special. And Van Dijk back to the goalkeeper. Van Dijk has it as they come forward. And we need to be very cute. Oh, he's gone around him and gone around him, gone around him. And Kovar really wasn't anything special. And Kovar equal to that. Froggatt. Oh, what that was, I'm not sure, but that was poor. Oof, good save from Kovar, who redeemed himself somewhat from the throw out that was pretty poor. Goodness me. Odegaard to Sargent. Sargent got round his defender and narrowed him down a little bit, and I think Kovar just protected that post, didn't have the width to be able to fire it back across. Mendes with the throw now, and it's headed into the danger zone. And they come again, but Henry heads clear. Good defensive duties, but they're outrunning us here. It's hit the post, and Rodrigo gets Liverpool's number 2 and makes it a little bit more compact at 3-2, and they were outnumbering us by some. Hit the post, and Kovar didn't get back across for that. I think it should have been cleared by the defenders, to be fair. Not an offside when that ball was played. Hit the post and came back. What a shame. Let's hope we get something out of this. Probably deserve it. Burns with the free kick. Gets that ball forward to Pike. Flores looking for Montondo. He's found him. Montondo comes forward. Don't lose. Oh, he's lost the ball. Odegaard is injured. And he's cut that inside to Rodrigo. And they've cut it inside, blocked. Come on, boys. Defend. Get it away. Get it away. It's gone out for a goal kick. Well defended. Had us on the... Who's picked up? I didn't see that. Right, who's injured? Was it one of ours or? Right, Pike and Afray both tired now. I think time to do some changes. We're 85 minutes in. Pike, I think we can bring Blakesley on for this final flourish. Afray, who has done some damage down that right side, and we don't have a lot on the bench. So we might have to bring Gattis on for him. Or do we swap Montondo? Let's swap Montondo for that. And then what we'll do is take Afray off and bring Robson on that left side. That is our changes. Faith go out and make a difference. And while we're at it, I don't know that we can do this now. Can we do this now? Yeah, we're on cautious. No, I don't want to do it. Do you want to make discard or change? No. Confirm changes. And do we... Robson and Josh Blakesley for Afray and Pike. We'll praise them, get them through this last little bit, see if we can see this through. Man City drawing with Newcastle 1-1. Aaron Henry tired now. I think we'll make that final change. Burns picking up a yellow card. Can this be an infamous win? Montondo is also tired. Aaron Henry. We'll bring Jenks on for him. Nothing doing. And we have a win. 3-2 against Liverpool. What a win that is as well. And it was touch and go, but I think they really did come back at us hammer and tongs, don't you? If you look at the XG, 18 shots, 7 on target, 1.97. Kovar having a good game, Flores having a good game, everybody else pretty mediocre really. But all in all, that isn't a bad result, and I think we need to tell them so. How do you think two teams fared against each other from a tactical perspective? Learned a lot, which is a good thing. Do you think Zach Pike's early goal was important to determine? It's always good when we get an early goal. Settles the team down, allows them to play on our own terms. And we are fourth, as it currently stands, 11 points. Still that Manchester United late game to go, but we're in quite a good position. Manchester City 6th at the minute on 9 points. They drew 1-1 with Newcastle. So certainly holding our own, and if this is anything to go by, we're not really expected to do anything fantastic, of course, and I'm not wanting to do anything fantastic, but if we can just get through where we are and make sure that we're not going to get relegated, then that is job done, I think, for this season, and then move on for next season. So Luke Thomas is coming back after that injury. I think it's time. We'll move on and through. We'll be back for the Manchester City game. It's coming next. And you come back with the team for this game against Manchester City. And they were, of course, champions last season. So that's got to be taken into account. Kovar in goal. Gomez, Froggatt, Burns and Lasala as our defence. Carroll and Henry in midfield. Thomas, Flores and Montando are our attacking midfielders. Thomas, I think, have got in the right. No, we need him as a winger. Winger attack. That's how we need him. Flores attacking playmaker in that slot, and Blakesley is back in up front, fully fit now, or pretty much fully fit. Sanchez, Robson, Pike, Afray, Head, Jenks and Gattesis on the bench. Let's get on with this one. We did beat them, I think, in the FA Cup last season, so who knows? And they were top of the table, only lost one game at that point. Pep is still there, so it's good to go up against Pep. Right, Pump Fist is a great opportunity for the pundits to do the old pundits talk. This is on telly again. Are you planning any changes to counter the suggestion Manchester City will have you well scouted? I wouldn't tell you even if we did have such a plan. I think we just need to play our game. That's the thing. Under the cosh for long periods against Liverpool, but we did come out on top. This one, I don't know. Bernardo with the corner. It's headed out. Flores picks it up, and just the man we needed it to get to. Flores through to Blakesley. Blakesley to Thomas. Thomas comes forward. Can he get a cross in? Nobody there to get a cross in. He's been fouled, and a VAR is going to look at this. We've had one against us. Checking for penalty. This is obviously something we're not used to. It is a penalty, and who's up for the penalty? That's the question. Yellow card for Finch. Henry with the penalty. We go one up after 12 minutes against Manchester City. Shh. Don't tell anybody. I'm sure the FM gods will find out eventually and do us. But Thomas, no support there. Well, they were coming late, and all they really had to do was hold on to the ball, and he held it up nicely so that Finch fouled him. We have a throw-in on the far side. Gomez to Flores. Flores back to Carroll. Carroll gets the ball in. Ooh. That looked as if the goalkeeper had punched that, but clearly hadn't. Watford go 2 up against Derby County. As the half-hour mark comes up, Bernardo with another corner now. And Lasala heads that out, but it's headed back. And this time Flores didn't get it. And there, Foden gets the ball through. And Bernardo Silva, give them the space. And with half an hour gone, they are back level, which you would expect, really. But De Jong, Foden holds the ball up, and Bernardo commences his run, and Kovar this time missing the ball. And we have a throw in. Lasala, Montando back to Lasala, to Henry, to Flores. Flores now, can he get the ball in? No, he's got it to Lasala, who does get the ball in. It's headed clear. Henry goes all the way back to Burns, to Froggatt, and we build again. Froggatt over the top for Blakesley. Oh, he's wide of the post. Would have had him down to have put that one away. And Derby have got one back now against Watford. Lovely ball over the top, jinked it. Blakesley brings it down lovely, and you would have had money on him putting that one away and putting us 2-1 up just before half-time, but it didn't happen. And, well, I think we've held our own in that first half. If you look at the stats, they've had 3 shots, one of which was on target, which was the goal from Bernardo Silva. 0.37 on the XG, and we've had 3 shots, 1 on target, but we look a bit more menacing. 1.26, 44%. So there's slightly better possession, but to be honest, we've not been overrun. Not so far anyway. We'll be back for the second half. And you come back and join us for the second half. Blakesley gets us underway. Back to Carroll, who then passes it back to Froggatt. Nothing else to show for that. And half-time, no changes that I'm aware of. They're changing formation a little bit. Order to try and get back at us, I think. And they are showing a little bit of more incision in this first half hour of the second half. And we have a free kick. I was going to look at changes, but Henry to Flores, back to Henry, and Flores runs on. Flores gets it through to Blakesley. This time he's put it away, and that was what he should have done before. His 4th goal of the season, and Blakesley's back 2-1 against Manchester City. Can this be a winning episode against probably 2 of the better sides in the league? Chelsea and Manchester United playing in this round of games. So that's the top of the table clash. Blakesley, lovely through ball from Flores, who's had some assists. Looked like he was offside there, but Blakesley, I think there might have been a player offside, but Blakesley wasn't. And that was the deciding factor of that. As we come up to 80 minutes, Lasala is tired. He's taking a knock. So let's do a change. Unlucky for Lasala, he's only just come back really. Sean Head will be able to take his position at the side there. Anybody else? Luke Thomas not having a good game. We're going to bring Robson on for him. Or do we switch Montondo? I think Montondo's going to be tired in a minute. We'll bring Robson on. Trying to think, did we bring somebody in really to deputise for Thomas? But I'm trying to think who we brought in. I need to have a look at the transfers. Burns with a free kick, I'm guessing for offside, to Head back to Burns, but it's been given away. And this is what we need to be careful. Really, that long ball to Boga. Or Bugger. Headed out, but Phil to Phil Foden, and they've equalised for a second time. And that not the champions for nothing. And if we can get away with this at their place, Kovar just couldn't get his hand to it. Right, Montondo now is tired as I expected. Montondo. My assistant's saying Zach Pike. Do we put Pike out there? Yuck. Or do I put Afray on? Okay, let's do Pike then. If you're telling me to bring on Pike, let's bring Pike on. Go out there and make a difference. Zach, come on, boy. You can do it. Changing their formation again to try and counter us. 5 minutes of injury time. It's a lot of injury time. Bobby Carroll and full time has come. And we have got a 2-2 draw. I think that is quite an exceptional episode, to be fair. A win against Liverpool, a draw against Manchester City. I think if we'd actually said that we would come out of this particular episode with 4 points, I'd have been happy with 2. Which was highly unlikely that we'd end up with 2 draws. But we've exceeded ourselves, I think. Everybody thought we'd be beaten today. Well done. Proving them wrong again. So we're having a not too bad a season so far. How long do you think can stay unbeaten? Can it really last? Masters of our own destiny. Pundits are suggesting that players will suffer from overconfidence, though. I don't worry about that. This is fantastic, and they're determined to keep going. The there's some bafflement amongst supporters that you seemingly refuse to substitute Gomez despite his claim, but he was below par. Yeah, I don't think we had anybody really. We could have brought Robson back and then put somebody on that left side, but I think we're struggling. Need to have a look at that as to who we brought in. I'm sure we brought somebody else in to go on that left side, but I can't for the life of me think right now who. But we are third after that round of games. There are Leeds and a couple of others down the bottom here that still haven't played, but to be honest, none of them are going to affect what we're doing. We are third behind Chelsea and Manchester United, who are pretty much running away with it at the moment. And whether we can stay up there, as I said, I'm not really too bothered about here. I'm quite happy to finish around here somewhere. But the main target at the moment is to avoid this. So we are doing exactly what we set out to do so far. And I think we can be more than happy with that. Stoke coming up next in the Carabao Cup, and then followed by a couple more games. We'll deal with that in a short while. I didn't want to do that either. Let's have a look. Our next episode, I think, let's just check this out a minute. We should be coming back for Newcastle and Norwich, I think is the next game. I have it on my list. Newcastle and Norwich, yes, will be our next episode. Newcastle, who are currently 10th. Norwich, who are currently 13th. Both away games, so probably a little bit more difficult than what we would expect, but I'm hoping that we can get something out of that, and if we can have a good game against Tottenham and West Ham, by the time we get to there, who knows? I'm thinking that possibly the way we're going, if we can carry this through, by the end of November, we should be pretty much sure that we're not going to get relegated unless we lose the whole of the rest of the second half of the season. Let's fingers crossed that that's not. I think that was a really good episode. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe and hit the notification button. It will keep you up to date with all that's happening with To Be a Legend and our sister series, the Sicilian Defence, and any new series that we're going to release, and also our thoughts and ideas for FM22 as and when we know it's going to be released. New episodes of To Be a Legend currently released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date what's happening on this channel and more, follow me on Twitter, JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you on the next episode. It'll be episode 63, and it's out on Monday. Until then, goodbye.